Sup gamers, it's me, GinePik, and welcome back to a new Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. In this tutorial, I will be showing you guys how you can make a super efficient Mooshroom Farm that works for all Minecraft Bedrock Edition platforms, whether you're on phone, tablet, Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, or Windows 10. This Mooshroom Farm beats all of the cow farms in Minecraft Bedrock Edition because they have their own biome, they can spawn indefinitely, and this also gives you one of the best food in the game, which is beef, where you can go ahead and cook it. And yeah, it is one of the best farms because they have their own, like I said, they have their own biome and they can spawn indefinitely. Let me explain how this farm works. This farm uses a split density check layout design. So if you don't know what a split density check out design is, it's basically a type of design which allows more mobs to spawn than the intended cap. So the intended cap is 5 for mushrooms. You can only have 5 mushrooms at a time, but by using the split density check layout, we can have 10 mushrooms, which is double the amount of the intended cap. So you can have, so it's better rate, and each simulation distance gives better rates. That's because of the spawning as well as the spawning sphere. So let's just get right into the rate of the farm. The rate for simulation distance of 6 with 2 modules is 3,379 drops per hour. That is 33 stacks of raw beef and 19 stacks of leather. That is a lot of books and item frames and whatever the recipes with leather is, and a lot of raw beef where you can go ahead and put in the item sorter for raw beef and put a smoker system, an automatic cook. That the storage system is definitely up to you. And for simulation distance of 4 for 2 modules is 2,811 drops per hour. So you can see the amount of like simulation distance of 6 and simulation distance of 4. It's quite significant. It's a lot. Like it's a lot. It's 27 stacks and 27 stacks of raw beef and 16 stacks of leather. So it's a big difference for simulation distance of 6 as well as simulation distance of 4. So whatever I build on the first side of the farm is the exact same on the other because it's the same, but we are just inverting it. Materials list is provided down in the description below of this video. It is written in stacks, so it is very easy for you if you want to take screenshot. And also, if you will have to test this farm before you build it in your survival worlds, world download is provided down in the description below. It is a direct link to Mediafire. You can go ahead and download it. There are no ad links, a direct link, so go ahead and test it before you build it. You have to find a mushroom island. So if you don't know where to find a mushroom island, the easiest way I'll recommend is through Chunkborder. So Chunkborder is really easy to find. All you gotta do is go to apps and biome finder, make sure that version is Bedrock Edition, type in your seed followed by your coordinates, and you can go ahead and find it out. It's very easy. Or another way is by traveling into the world and searching for a mushroom island. So once you have found a mushroom island, you have to go 220 blocks up. Once you have gone 220 blocks up, you have to find a chunk. So this is really important because we have to make the split density check layout correctly. If you have done it incorrectly, then you will not be getting the whole 10 mushrooms. So finding a chunk is pretty easy. You can find it by Chunkborder, or you can use a Chunkborder Resource Pack. I'm using a Chunkborder Resource Pack by Bedrock Tweak. It's not there in the website and I'm not giving you the link. You can go ahead and check out Foxy No-Tail's Chunkborder Resource Pack, which works for mobile and other platforms which does not have RenderDragon. So Windows 10 and Xbox will not work due to RenderDragon. So if you're playing on those platforms, you can go ahead and check out Chunkborder. Links to all will be down in the description below. Once you have marked out the chunk, you have to go and grab a locator map. Now once you have grab a locator map, just find where there is lakes. So as you can see in my map, there are lakes over here. Now you have to avoid those lakes. You should not build this farm on top of a lake or a river, because if you build it, then you will not get any mushrooms because they will only spawn on these purple, you can see purple blocks. Those are mycelium. They only spawn on those. They will not spawn on lakes or rivers, so you have to keep in mind. Now once you have checked that, you have to mark a chunk right beside it, so you can pick up any direction where there is no lakes. So in my area, there are no lakes on this side and no lakes on that side. So I'm gonna mark this chunk right over here with another block. You already know where the second chunk will be because you already marked one chunk. So go ahead and mark the second chunk just like this. Once done, it should look something like this. Now make your way to the center of these two chunks, and if you have done like this, then you will know where the center of that first chunk is. So once you have done that, you can go ahead and place blocks, marker blocks, adjacent to the center. So that's the center of that chunk. I'm placing marker blocks in these two areas. Now this will be your AFK spot. Any of these 4 blocks is the AFK spot. You can AFK over here, it doesn't matter which block. You can only AFK on any of these 4 blocks to get the split density check. So make sure you mark it any other solid blocks, which will really help you out, which will really stand out that these are the 4 AFK spots. It can be any. Once done, you have to extend 2 chunks on each side, like 2 chunks over there and 2 chunks over there. This is really important for the split density check layout, so make sure that you mark the chunk correctly. Once done, the marked chunks should look something like this. You have 2 chunks marked on the right side as well as the left side of the direction that you pick. And this split density check layout is from Silent Whisperer. I came to know about this by Silent Whisperer, so please go ahead and check out his channel. Link to his channel will be down in the description below. This farm could not be possible because of me knowing the split density check method, so please go ahead and check out his channel. Link will be down in the description below. Now I'm only building 1 module, but it's the exact same on the other as well. So you can go ahead and multiply the materials by 2, so you can go ahead and build both of them in each side. Now you have to go to the 3rd chunk, which is this one over here, the last chunk. So we are going to be building the farm on this chunk. So like I said, it's the exact same on the other, so we're only building 1. If you have enough materials list, you can go ahead and build the second one as well. Now make your way to the last chunk and place solid blocks like this, temporary blocks like this. So 1, 2. You can make your way down by using water or weeping vines. Those are the 2 options. Place 2 temporary blocks, and now mark out a block over here, block outside of the chunk, followed by a block like this and a block like this. And once done, you can go ahead and break these. Now place slabs like this. So 1, 2, 1, 2. These slabs will prevent water from going outside. And once done, go ahead and create this on all other sides. Once done, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and grab your slabs and connect the edges with slabs like this. Make sure it's lower half slabs. This will also prevent water from flowing outside, so go ahead and connect this all the way around. Once done, it should look something like this. Make sure you connect them with lower half slabs. Now you have to bridge 8 blocks inside the platform, so go ahead and place temporary block here. Make sure it starts from the center. So if you don't know where the center of the chunk is, those marker blocks will really help you out. Go ahead and place 2 temporary blocks in the center and bridge out 8 blocks. So this will be block number 1. This will be block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now go ahead and do the same over here as well. And once you have bridged 8 blocks, you need to make a 2 by 2. So I know about the 2 by 2 because I have marked this correctly, and this is also the center. Now go ahead and do this. Once you made an outer ring, this will be the 2 by 2. This is where the Trident Killer will stay, which will be underneath of this platform, and the mushrooms will fall down. Now go ahead and fill this whole area with solid blocks, and you can go ahead and break these temporary blocks as well. Once done, the water platform should look something like this. Now is the best time to grab your 2 buckets and create an infinite water source. So if you don't know how to create an infinite water source, you already know, just go ahead and place temporary blocks over here, followed by 2 waters in these corners, and that will be your infinite source. I'm in creative mode, so I don't want the infinite water source. Once you got your infinite water source, go ahead and grab the water and start placing in the corners first over here. Now once done, you will see the water turn into black or grayish color. If that is the case, then you are in a mushroom island. Like if you are in the mushroom biome, not in a river inside of the mushroom. So make sure this will really help you out. So if you have done something incorrect, you will come to know by the water color changing. So once you have done that correctly, go ahead and skip this block and place a water here. And go ahead and carry this on. Make sure that you don't waterlog the slabs, only place water on the solid blocks. And once you have reached the edge, skip this block, and place the water over here. If you don't skip these 2 blocks, you will flood the whole thing, then removing water will be a pain. So make sure you skip these 2 blocks going forward to all of the areas, and continue placing water all in the corners. If you have done this correctly, all the water should flow and stop right in between the edge, so the water will not flow down. So make sure all of these are flowing water and not a water source. So make sure to recheck this. Now make your way to the front of the farm. For me, in case it's that location over there. Now count 3 blocks out. So it's inward, 3 blocks inward. So this will be 1, 2, and 3. On the 3rd block, tower 4 temporary blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block should be your mycelium. That is where the mycelium will stand. You can go ahead and break these 3 temporary blocks. Now go ahead and bridge out and leave 2 blocks gap. So make sure to leave 3 blocks gap. That's important. 3 blocks. So 1, 2, the 3rd block's over there. I'm going to place another mycelium there. Now go ahead and do the same thing on other side. Once you have left 3 blocks gap, go ahead and create another layer just like this. The same 3 blocks gap on the left as well as on the right side, depending on your direction. This is the future me here. I did a mistake placing the mycelium 3 blocks. It's actually 5 blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th block, and 1, 2, 3, and the 4th block should be the mycelium. That is the only thing, and the rest are the same with the 3 block wide gap on the left and right side of the edges. So yeah, I'm sorry, but this is the only change that you have to do because it's the future me. So yeah, once done, go ahead and grab your torches and place torches in this corner, and I'll count 5 blocks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th block, place a torch. Go to the other side, place a torch over here. Now count 5 blocks again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be the torch. Now go ahead and grab your trapdoors and place trapdoors facing into the farm. You don't need to place trapdoors outside because mobs actually don't pathfind there. I have not seen any mushroom pathfind outside, so placing trapdoors over here will be a waste of resource. Go ahead and place trapdoors over here. Once you place trapdoors over here, go ahead and open it. It's really important that you put in this state. If you place it like this, then they will walk and they will not fall down. So make sure that you open all of these trapdoors. Once you have done that, go ahead and place a temporary block here, followed by a mycelium. Go ahead and break the temporary block. Now make 3 layers this time, and with the same extension, make sure it's 3 blocks wide from the left and the right of the edges. Once done, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and grab your torches and place it in the center. Now place the torch over here and just do the same 5, same over here. Now if you've done this correctly, you will know where to place the torches. Now grab your trapdoors and place trapdoors like this. Make sure the trapdoors are open so they can fall down and the water stream will push them to the kill chamber. Once done, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and place trapdoors on this area as well with the same open state. Now go ahead and place a temporary block here, followed by a mycelium. Break the temporary block, but this time you can go ahead and place 2 myceliums and do the same exact bridging as well as the 3 block space, and go ahead and place a trapdoor over here so they can pathfind and fall down. Once done, it should look something like this. Now you can go ahead and break these temporary chunk markers, because if you want to keep it until the farm is done, you can go ahead, but now this is already done because you already marked out the mycelium placement. Now this is not necessary. You can go ahead and mine these. Now if you want to create the second layer, second module, go ahead and keep it, or you can go ahead and mine this whole area, this whole one side of the farm. Now make your way to the bottom of the platform and place 3 blocks over here. So 1, 2, 3, that will be 3 temporary blocks. Now place another temporary block followed by solid blocks covering the 2x2 hole. So it will be something like this. Now go ahead and place solid blocks over here in the outer ring. Once done, go ahead and grab your pistons and place pistons like this. A piston over here, a piston over here, a piston over here, and a piston over here. Make sure the piston heads are facing in this direction is really important. Now go ahead and grab your solid blocks and place solid blocks like this. You don't want any of the cows like glitch out, so make sure to place solid blocks on those locations. And once done, grab your observer and place an observer over here. Make sure the observer's face is looking at this direction and the red dot facing at this direction. Now go ahead and grab your solid blocks and place a solid block on top of the piston. Now go ahead and place over here, followed by the same here and here. Once done, go ahead and grab your dropper. You can place a dropper over here, or you can place a dropper over here. Doesn't really matter, any location on these two, because you'll be turning on be it through the redstone. I'm gonna place it over here. And once you place the dropper, go ahead and place an observer, the same observer looking at this dropper, the red dot behind, which will be at this block. Now go ahead and grab your repeater, place the repeater over here. Now click the repeater one time. This is very important. Make sure to click the repeater one time. Now place the observer over here. Make sure the observer is looking at this repeater, red dot at the behind. You get the point. Place the repeater over here. Make repeater facing at that direction. Click the repeater one time. Observer looking at the repeater. The same. Repeat at that direction. Click the repeater one time. And once done, the pistons will start moving. Now go ahead and grab your lever and place over here and flick it on. This will temporarily turn it off. You have to turn this off so you don't get annoyed by the piston noises. That'll be a Trident Killer done. This Trident Killer is made by Silent Whisperer, so please go ahead and check out the channel. Link will be down in the description below. Now once the Trident Killer is done, grab your torch and place a torch over here, just in case no mobs spawn. No mobs will spawn in Mooshroom Island, but this is Bedrock edition, so just yeah. Go ahead and grab your solid blocks and place solid blocks in these locations on the outer side. And make your way to the bottom of the Trident Killer and place 3 temporary blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. Now bridge it out by 2 inside. So 1, 2, that'll be 2 temporary again. Now go ahead and place a hopper over here. Make sure this hopper is right in the middle of your AFK spot. So if it's this block, if you want to AFK over here, make sure it's on this area. If you're over here, make sure it's on this area. And once that is done, go ahead and place hoppers connecting this hopper. So one hopper over here, one hopper over here, and one hopper over here. Make sure it's on the 2x2 and one hopper facing on this block. Now go ahead and break this temporary block and place a dropper. We are using a dropper clock to throw out the items, and the collection system is definitely up to you. I'll tell you how to make the water stream. Now go ahead and place solid blocks outside like this so you don't move the minecart that we're going to install. Now go ahead and grab your walls and place it in any direction. So you can place it 2 walls over here, or you can place 2 walls in this location. It doesn't really matter, but it should be in the diagonal area. Go ahead and place 2 walls. Now grab your rail and place a temporary rail on the hopper. Now grab your hopper minecart, place it on the rail, push the hopper minecart forward and break the rail only. The rail will be inside the dispenser. Go ahead and grab it. Now you have to break some solid blocks temporarily. Now push the minecart into the center of these 2. Now if you have pushed it correctly, any items on the 2x2 will get collected. So this is the cheapest way. Now once you have done that, go ahead and place solid blocks over here, solid blocks over there. That will be your collection system for the items to get dispensed or dropped out. Now you can go ahead and break these temporary blocks. Now place a temporary block underneath the dropper. Place a solid block over here. Now grab your comparator and place the comparator like this. Make sure the comparator 2 things are facing into the dropper. Now once you have done that, go ahead and place a temporary block over here, followed by a sticky piston. Now once you place a sticky piston, make sure the sticky part is facing this direction. Go ahead and place your observer. Make sure the observer red dot is facing like this. And go ahead and place an observer over here. Once you place observer here, go ahead and grab your redstone torch. Place it on the back of the observer. And this will be your dispenser clock, your dropper clock. Now if I go ahead and throw any items, it will get dispensed. Now go ahead and grab your packed or blue ice and bridge it out to your AFK spot. Once done, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and place glass or a solid block. It's up to you which block you want to use. If you're using glass, go ahead and place the glass over here and go ahead and wrap this around. You can go ahead and script the corner and place glass or solid block all the way till you meet the end. Once you reach the dropper, place the glass block over here. Go ahead and place glass on top of us as well as glass on the edges. Now go ahead and bridge it out till you meet the end. Before placing glass on the top layer, go ahead and grab your water and place water over here. Once you place water over here, let it flow. And once it reaches the end, go ahead and place a button followed by water and let it flow till the end. And do the same, button followed by water, let it flow till the end. Button, water, let it flow to the end. And button and water. Once you're done that, go ahead and place a solid block here and 2 blocks gap, solid block. Go ahead and place temporary block like this. And go ahead and grab your chest, your hopper, your rails, and your minecart hopper. Now go ahead and place your chest over here. Storage is completely up to you for this tutorial. I'm going to place 2 chests like this. Now once you place 2 chests, go ahead and grab your hoppers. Crouch place the hoppers. Make sure the hopper is facing into the chest. And go ahead and grab your rails. Place the rails like this. Now go ahead and grab your minecart hopper. Place it on the rails. Now go ahead and break your temporary blocks if there's any around. And that will be your storage system. You can go ahead and connect this to your item sorter. It's all up to you. That storage system is completely up to you. Now go ahead and grab your glass. Now go ahead and cover this whole area with glass. You can go use solid blocks as well. It's up to you. Once done, that will be your item transportation system. All the items will get thrown out from the dropper, the water stream. Blue ice or packed ice will make it faster. It will go and it will go into these minecart hoppers into your storage system of your design. Now make your way to the AFK spot, grab your lever and place the lever over here. Make sure to flick it on. Now this is my AFK spot. I have turned on the lever. Once you turn on the lever, go ahead and place a temporary block here, followed by a solid block. Go ahead and create a staircase with solid blocks. Once done, you should reach the glass layer and all the solid blocks should look something like this. Now go ahead and grab your redstone and place redstone dust over here. Now go ahead and place redstone all the way. Now when the signal is dead, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and grab your solid blocks, followed by your repeater. Now break the redstone which is dead, followed by a solid block. Place the repeat over here. Once you place the repeat over here, go ahead and place a solid block again and do the same. You can go ahead and place slabs over here, but you're in a Mooshroom Island, but it is Bedrock edition, so yeah, go ahead and place slabs over there. Go ahead and place repeater. Now whenever the signal is dead, do the same. Now your signal is dead over here, I'm going to place a solid block followed by a repeater. Now go ahead and place solid. Once you reach the end, go ahead and place solid block over here, solid block over here, solid block on top, and followed by solid block like this. Go ahead and break the lever because that's no use. Go ahead and place a solid block on the dispenser. Grab your redstone dust, place it over here, and that will turn off the Trident Killer. And once the Trident Killer is off, you might see one piston extend, no problem. Now once done, that will be your Trident Killer turn on and off switch. You can go ahead and create the same on that side by placing solid blocks like this, creating the same staircase and followed by redstone dust. Now once done, go ahead and grab your trident, go into the kill chamber and place your trident into the farm. Once you're through the trident, go ahead and turn on the lever that will set the trident to its default state and go ahead and turn this off. Now go ahead and grab your solid blocks and your slabs. Now go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 temporary blocks over here, followed by solid blocks in a ring. Now these solid blocks will prevent lightning as well as phantoms from spawning. Phantoms can spawn in Mooshroom Island because they are spawning from the sky and not on the surface like the solid blocks. And once done, that will be your Mooshroom Farm done. That's the one module. Now once you got all the materials, go ahead and build the second layer exactly same. You can go ahead and rewatch the video. It's the same thing. I'm hoping today's Minecraft Bedrock edition tutorial will really help you out in getting in a lot of food and also a lot of leather. Now if you have enjoyed, please consider liking, also make sure to subscribe with post notification all so you'll be notified whenever I upload a tutorial or Minecraft Bedrock edition series, survival series. And also make sure to comment down below if you have any issues. I'll try my best to help you out as much as possible. And also make sure to check out the creators that I mentioned, because without their discovery or finding this farm would not be possible. So please go ahead and check them out, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial. Adios.